I don't deserve my driver's license? Fine, you can walk home. I'm a female, and regardless of all the stereotypes, almost all of the people I've driven in my car have told me I'm a pretty good driver. And I love driving, so I don't mind giving someone a lift once in a while. So, I was in a car with my friend, we were coming back from school, her house was nearby and the plan was for her to get out of the car right before I'd make a turn to enter my street. She later called me and said that my neighbor, whom we passed by, commented something awful. Since I was inside the car, I couldn't hear it, but as she was stepping out she heard him say something along the lines, "Which idiot gave you an effing license? You mother effer." I was in a shock at first, didn't expect that of him. He was always so quiet, but you could always tell he secretly meant no good. That was months ago, and since then, he's commented something snarky every time he's seen me drive. Are you sure you're qualified enough to drive that? Do you even know where the brake is? So, this very evening, I was coming home from the city, around 10 p.m. I live about 30 minutes away from it, if you were to walk. It's a 30-minute long dimly lit road, terribly lonely, also pretty scary. You could catch a bus, however there are only few buses throughout the entire day that you could take instead of going on foot or taking a taxi. Guess who was at the station, waiting for a bus to arrive? My neighbor. I glanced at the clock and saw that no longer than 5 minutes a bus was there, at the station, so he must have missed it. He was late. The next one wouldn't arrive until like 2 hours later. I didn't stop. I just kept driving, and through my rearview mirror I could see him turning his head and staring at my passing car in utter disbelief. To quote Regina George, "You can walk home, bees." Booth neighbors love pounding their feet against the floor. I decide to join in. For context, I'm sitting in a booth of one of those hipster coffee shops. I'm already a little irked because we tried ordering something basic, hot chocolate, only to be told that they aren't able to make them today. So I quickly chose an alternative, something just as basic, chai tea latte, but they again said their steam wand is broken, so their menu is reduced down to practically nothing. That aside, I ended up just not ordering any drinks other than my overpriced breakfast so I can just focus on studying. Our booth neighbor decides to pound their feet against the floorboards for a long time. Since our booths are raised and sharing these floorboards, I can hear and feel everything. So I wanted to test out whether it would be the same for us. I began drumming out a strong beat on the floor with my heeled mules. Lo and behold, my neighbor's pounding stopped. But not mine. I figured they have given me permission to continue drumming on for the next hour or so, because what are they going to do? Ask me to stop? Try me, neighbor. I'm here for the entire day and I got this beat in my head still going strong. 1. It was a coffee shop. No, not a restaurant. Not an old folks community home. Not a bowling alley. A coffee shop. Like many in this style, there's only a small handful of options. So 2/3 of the menu was out. People were angry because the shop could have easily put up a sign so they didn't have to wait in a long line to be told that most of their menu is unavailable. 2. Everybody there was studying or doing work. It's a place for it. People either come and go, or they're planting themselves down for a while. There's free Wi-Fi, no time limit, and most buy something every few hours if they stay longer. I'm a regular like many of the customers were. Def revenge. Seeing a post just recently about a lady speaking back in Japanese to a rude waiter reminded me of something that happened several years ago. My friends and I were at lunch at work. About 3 of us were deaf out of 8 of us. We were talking and getting by just fine. I glanced across from me, this young couple looking at us. I caught the lady speaking quietly, lip-read her, to the guy saying, "It's funny how deaf people talk." So stupid. I wasn't very far from her, so I said out loud to my group that some hearing people don't get that deafies can read lips. So stupid. After that, I quickly glanced at them with a glare. They were red in the face and walked off. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to give a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Have a good one.